Hey everybody, I just wanted to update you guys on my tanks. I just wanted to show you guys how well the plant growth is going, how healthy my fish are staying. I have lost a couple. I have learned from that, and I hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all my videos, or all of my tanks. Okay, so this is the top 29 gallon. It has bronze corridoras, pepper corridoras, some coolie loaches, and my thick-lipped gouramis. They are so awesome, and a bunch of different nerites. Plant growth is doing really well in there. That ended up floating, but it's all good. I did some trimming yesterday. But yeah, the coolies are living in here. I'm always freaking them out. You gotta love the white snail eggs. I love them. I don't mind them. Some people get upset about it, but I don't. Alright, down to my 20-gallon tank, which houses my two different color white clouds. They had some babies, so I have 4 babies in there. I have 1 pencil fish in there, which he's very stealthy in the background there. I have just trimmed all the, I had a lot of, I believe that's Christmas moss. Trimmed that down pretty much almost down to the wood, but it's going to come back with a vengeance. I just trimmed the octopus stellatus. Some of these little plants are growing very well. I trimmed the lily down. My filter looks insane, but I like to keep it that way for the fish to graze on. I have my, I don't even know why I forgot their name. He's a goby. I'm horrible. Rainbow goby. Yep, these guys are loving it. I have the Dwarf Cory, some Amano shrimp in all my tanks. The wrestling half-beaks are up top as usual. These guys love attention. The other ones are up here, goofing around. I do have one sparkling gourami in here, male. He's probably hiding in the back. The Dwarf corridors are back here. They are always in a school back here, goofing around. They're a little shy, but whenever I'm not videotaping or standing near the tank, they're out and about like crazy. Trying to find my sparkling gourami, which he's probably hiding somewhere. More than likely hiding. Alright, so on to the next tanks. Okay. Did a little bit of a hanging project for my plants. I just put this up here. Got a couple more growing down here. Sorry about moving so fast. Got some Spanish moss growing, my humidifier. I gotta fill the water back up. But my plants are thriving in here. Got some different cactuses down here. This is Rojas. We gave him a name, but he's our red beta. Very awesome. Okay, on to my second 29-gallon tank, which houses 2 of my sparkling gouramis and an actual breeding pair. I actually lost all the babies because of first timer, non-experienced, but I'm learning from it. I have a ton of black coolies on here. I have the Corridora exalderi. I believe I might be botching that name, but a lot of them, I think 3 or 4 monos in here. I have a couple of the Dwarf Catfish. There's one back here on the filter. I'm sure you can barely see him. Got some Anubias. Got some lace plant. Got some Liguigia in the background back there. But yeah, I got some floating plants up top. Down to my second 20-gallon tank, which is still shedding some leaves on the mermaid plant. I have some emerald eye rasboras. I have not put a background on here. I do plan on it, but I do have a couple of mono shrimp. I think a tiger shrimp, which is on top of that filter. Let me try to zoom. There we go. Might be a tiger shrimp, might be a mono. Sometimes it looks like a tiger shrimp to me though. I've got a couple of wrestling half beaks in here because I love those guys. There's actually 3 in this tank. A couple of them that stay pretty low. Oh yeah, and then more of the Dwarf Corys because I love these guys. I'm probably going to get some more. Yes, the algae on the tank, I let it kind of go, that way it balances itself out. I don't like to scrape too much off the glass for the snails and the shrimp to eat. Alright, this is a little project I got going. Some baby cactuses I pulled off. Here's another shot of these guys, they're freaking awesome. Okay, on to the next tanks, which are my shrimp tanks. I just got this. I've been grounding down eggshells down to powder. I don't eat eggs. My fiance eats eggs. I'm vegan, of course. But anyways, this is my red lily shrimp tank. The plants are really growing well in here. I have a lot of little babies in here, little shrimplets. They are beautiful. I put pieces of, oh, she's got eggs. I put pieces of cuttle bone in here, and it slowly just dissolves. They just keep eating it, munching down. It's about beef feeding time. I take some algae off from some of my tanks and I toss it in here just for them to have another snack. I keep sponge filters in all my tanks. The sponge filters for me I found to be a lot less maintenance. Also, I ended up getting an extra piece of this right here, which is lovely, this blossom tang. Got some orange bees in here. Some more red lilies. There's tons of babies in this tank. I love the moss. Got some agates I picked up from our thrift store. I love these foods for the shrimp. So far they love it. I put 2 pieces in there every day. Got a little piece of boost, which I love boost, but it's just expensive and hard to find. Down to my second 5-gallon tank. These are my blues. They're really nice, beautiful blues. I have some tiny little baby blues down here. And they are awesome. I've got quite a few baby blues and they are producing. There's one swimming through the water right there. Just doing its thing. There's one of my blues right there. Yeah, these guys are amazing. I also put a piece of, see, he's eating and grazing on it, he loves it. Algae in there. Got some ram's horn snails and regular pest snails in all my tanks, and some I also put the little cone snails, trumpet snails, which I love. This is how I keep my water for my changes. I just I dechlorinate according to the size of the gallon exact, and I haven't had any problems. I just change out 1.5 gallons per tank once a week. I do it real slow. This is the bottom tank. So I ended up getting I put sand on top of the fluval stratum, which works fine for me so far. Keeping the floating plants probably helps out a lot with keeping the algae down and the snails. But I have one yellow shrimp in here, and she was pregnant when I got her. I decided not to put her with any other shrimp. Eventually I will introduce more male shrimp that are beautiful, and also a couple more females so I can have more of these. I have not seen any of the babies yet. Eventually they will pop out because it's been almost 2 weeks now. But she's been very happy in here, and I've got a little bit of this ready for the babies when they do come out. I might not be looking close enough, but they might be tiny babies. Yep, but these sponge filters have been a blessing as far as just low maintenance. These lights work very well, the Alkion. They grow plants very well. So far, no problems. My little brine shrimp hatchery I haven't really got to use. I killed all my babies. I feel really crappy about it, and I learned from it. So that's one thing about the hobby. If you make a mistake, it's always something to learn from and also to not do again. But yeah, this has definitely been a journey for me, and it's been a lovely thing for me to do. I love keeping things alive. I do hate to see things pass, and just this brings me joy, this brings me peace, takes my mind off of a lot of things, and I feel like I am serving a purpose, keeping animals safe from just going to waste or just from going extinct in a way. Um, but yeah, my shelves, I just kind of like throw these shelves together on the wall just so I can hang the lights whenever I do water changes. I do use the glass tops. I wish I could do the whole um, topless, but I do not want any fish death. I don't want any of my fish jumping out. I could lower the water, but I like the look of the water being at the very top. I'm going to show you guys one more thing. This is my art. It's our living room. Sorry about the dog. It's probably going to be barking. I'll show you my garden. So I dry out the eggshells out here and grind them down. I just stick a bunch of different succulents in here. So I got some floating plants in here and some octopus and different litwigias and just a sponge filter. Some of my flowers, a tree that should be in the ground, but we grow it in a pot. It's our little bonsai. I'm hoping I can keep this juniper bonsai alive. I'm learning from that. A little rosemary, some succulents, some flowers that I started growing. The hummingbirds love this stuff. It's always freaking making a mess. Got some plants that I'm trying to bring back from last year. My 4 o'clocks, I had to chop them down. They broke, so they should shoot new shoots off the side. Got some more flowers over here. I made a little greenhouse out of some plastic to the mess of the hummingbird. But there are plants growing in there. I'm sorry about the blur. There we go. Got some image. But yeah, some of these flowers are starting to look like they're trying to do something. This plant survived the snowy winters here, and it's just looking lush. It should grow some flowers here soon. This is just my little storage for my plant stuff, which is a mess right now. I need to get a storage box right there. And I do plan on making a homemade greenhouse out here out of these shelves. But yeah, this is a wonderful sunny day. Hope everybody's having a blessed. Love you guys. Peace, and stay pretty tranquil. See ya.